The time I found my dead father's voice on a voicemail, and he answered back. My father died 5 years ago. Heart attack, sudden, quiet. The kind of ending that doesn't give you a chance to say goodbye. After the funeral, I kept his number saved in my contacts. I couldn't bring myself to delete it. It was stupid, I know. But somehow, knowing it was there made it feel like he wasn't completely gone. Every once in a while, I'd scroll past his name and think about calling, just to hear the "this number is no longer in service" message. That's how I mourned him, in silence, pretending the connection still existed. Then, 2 months ago, I got a voicemail from his number. At first, I thought it was a scam. The timestamp was 2:37 a.m. I hadn't been awake. I pressed play, expecting static, but what I heard froze me in place. "Hey, buddy, you there?" It was his voice, soft, familiar, exactly how I remembered it. "Just checking in. Haven't heard from you in a while." My stomach dropped. My father used to say that every Sunday when he called, every single week. The voicemail was only 11 seconds long, ending with a faint click, like someone setting a phone down. I replayed it 20 times. It was him. The tone, the pauses, even the little throat-clearing sound he always did before talking. I checked the number again. It was his exact number. No spoof, no error. The next day, I called the carrier. They told me the number had been deactivated for years. "It's not possible," they said. But that night, I got another voicemail. This time, he said my name. "Michael, you listening?" My heart nearly stopped. Then he said something I'll never forget. "I left something for you in the garage." I didn't have a garage when he was alive. I'd moved after he died. Still, I went downstairs, phone shaking in my hand. The motion light flicked on. Nothing there but old boxes and tools. Then, from behind the shelf, I heard 3 faint knocks. My phone buzzed. Another voicemail. It started with heavy breathing. Then, "You're not alone down there." I ran upstairs, locked the door, and didn't sleep. The next morning, I showed the voicemails to my mom. She turned pale. "That's not your father," she said quietly, but her hands were trembling. I wanted to believe her. I deleted the messages, blocked the number. For a week, nothing happened. Then one night, my phone started ringing. Dad on the caller ID. I couldn't answer. I just stared until it stopped. Moments later, a new voicemail. "Why didn't you pick up?" Then silence, followed by a faint whisper. "Come outside." I looked through the blinds. The street was empty, except for a figure standing by the edge of the driveway. Same height as my dad. Same way he used to stand with one hand in his pocket. I blinked, and he was gone. That night, I dreamed of him. He was in his old work clothes, sitting on my childhood bed. He said, "You never called me back." When I woke up, I checked my phone. A new voicemail. It was the same line, but this time, his voice was shaking. "You never called me back." I tried calling the number again. This time, it answered. Static, then breathing, then a whisper. "Come home." The line went dead. I drove to my childhood home the next day. The new owners let me look around after I told them I used to live there. Everything felt smaller, quieter. In the corner of the garage, the one he built, there was an old wooden box. My dad's handwriting on the top, for Michael. Inside was an old cassette recorder and a note that said, "If you're hearing this, I'm gone. But don't be afraid when I call. It means I found a way back." My hands shook as I hit play on the recorder. Static. Then his voice again, older, softer. "Hey, buddy, you there?" The same message from the voicemail. And then, faintly in the background, another voice, my own, whispering, "I'm here." I dropped the recorder. When I looked down, it was still recording, and the screen on my phone lit up again. "Incoming call. Dad." This time, I answered. The voice on the other end wasn't his. It was mine. "I told you," it said. "I found a way back." Then the line went dead, and my phone started playing all the voicemails at once. Hundreds of them, all saying the same thing. "Hey, buddy, you there? Hey, buddy, you there? Hey, buddy." I unplugged the phone, threw it in the sink, smashed it with a hammer. But even now, every night at 2:37 a.m., I hear it ring. And sometimes, when I answer, the voice doesn't come from the phone anymore. It comes from the other room, saying, "I'm home, buddy." Full story on Channel Press below.